Hello, everybody. My name is Peter Marcantelli, and today I want to talk to you about something most people see as childish or immature, and that is daydreaming. When people think about daydreaming, they often think about kids going off in their imagination and just going to their make believe world with no consequence, or people who just want to hide from reality for a little bit of time. But I'm here today to argue that there are actually many benefits that come with daydreaming that can help you become a more well rounded person in the future. To start with, daydreaming can help awaken that creativity and innovation that's hiding in all of us. It's not limited to one person, place, or time. It's universal in every category and can be done by anybody, anywhere, anytime. Daydreaming is also an overlooked form of stress relief that can help you out in any moment when you're feeling anxious. It doesn't need there to be something for you to be able to just be able to have that stress relief. And while there are negatives to daydreaming, once you learn how to efficiently and effectively daydream, it heavily outweighs any negatives there would have been with daydreaming. To start with, daydreaming really helps awaken that creativity and innovation that can be in all of us. When daydreaming, you're not limited to the form of reality, it could be whatever it wants. And obviously, a lot of the time, it's way out there and outlandish, but this daydreaming can help create the new inventions of the future and can help breed creativity inside anybody. People often say, "Oh, I'm just not the creative type," can learn a lot from daydreaming because while they might start small, they can start growing into more creative feelings. Companies such as Success write about how when they're looking to hire people, they look for that creativity and innovation in people, and daydreaming isn't seen as a negative, but rather a positive because they know it could spread around the company and create more innovative people for the entire company. The innovation can help people think in the moment in stressful situations. A lot of us tend to freeze or want to plan out something when something hits hard and is stressful, but people who daydream more often can have that innovation and spur of the moment thinking to know exactly what they need to do when they need to. APA writes about how almost 57% of Americans talk about dealing with stress in a negative way. And because of COVID, quarantine, isolation, this stress isn't going away, it's building up in people, and people don't know ways to relieve this stress. Daydreaming is a great overlooked one that can help relieve this kind of stress. And like other forms of daydreaming, you don't need there to be some sort of music or item. You could do it anywhere at any time, and it can help relieve feelings of anxiousness. It can help you leave reality for a little bit, and it can also allow you to plan ahead of time. I keep with me a notebook and pencil most of the time so I can write down things when I'm feeling anxious or need to plan something out, and that way I don't forget it and I know exactly what I need to do to figure out what I'm worried about in the future. Daydreaming is a sort of form of meditation for a lot of people. It's not something that you need to really do constantly, but whenever you're feeling that stress or anxious feeling, daydreaming can help you forget that feeling or even just go ahead and plan out what you need to do. There are negatives to daydreaming, however. The Association of Psychological Science points out that daydreamers are often more likely to wander around in their heads. They're a lot likely to stay less focused. They kind of zone in and out of reality at times. But there are effective ways to daydream that can help combat this. And that's what this picture here is to help represent. For starters, give yourself a solid amount of time to daydream when you feel like you need to. Don't just go in, out, in, out, in, out, because this tends to have people wander around more in your head. Giving yourself a solid even 5 to 10 minutes can help you have that daydreaming where you're going ahead and planning, or just trying to relieve stress by letting yourself be free from it. And obviously, you want to get work done after that time and not just constantly be daydreaming. But these intervals where you give a longer period of time to daydream have overall beneficial reactions to it. You also want to be focused on your breathing while doing this. As said before, daydreaming is kind of a form of meditation. So having longer and deeper breaths in and out can help you stimulate a kind of relaxation and instead help create a more carefree and relaxing feeling of daydreaming rather than it being frantic and dark and needing to get things done. It can help slow down and be smooth. In conclusion, daydreaming is something that is often overlooked as something that is immature and only kids do it. But there are a bunch of things that really help daydreaming out. It can help be creative and innovative. It's a great way to relieve stress on the fly when you really are starting to feel anxious. And again, once you learn how to effectively daydream, there really aren't the negatives and consequences you would think of it. Daydreaming is something all of us should be doing more, and it shouldn't be seen as this childish action that only kids do or only you should do when you just want to goof around a little bit. It's something that could seriously help, and I advocate that everybody daydream more often